Hey boss, I'm excited to be with you today because I am going to talk about my top 3 best leadership books. So I've been wanting to do a video like this because I don't know about you, but when I am wanting to do some self-improvement, I'm always looking for books that are going to help me do just that. And so today I thought I would actually share with you my top 3 leadership books so I could maybe help you if you are looking for something along those lines. Hey, I'm Dr. Heather Williamson with the Transformation Group, and welcome back to the channel. All right, so let's get started. So I have 3 books that I think are going to be amazing for you because they tell stories, they are fun to read, they are engaging, and they are not going to be that textbook kind of book because those books I do not like and I will not read them. So the first one that I want to share with you today is Creating Magic. And this is based on the 10 principles of the Disney Institute. And this is written by Lee Cockrell, and he actually is a former executive vice president of operations for Disney World. And this book is really kind of amazing because it really gives his insight into his whole life experiences working in that hospitality industry. And he starts off his stories by sharing early on working in hotels and that experience and what he learned from that, and he applies it to each of the chapter. And what he does is he takes tidbits focusing on specific attributes of leadership. And so, for example, I'll share with you his titles or his chapters, which he usually titles as strategies. And so the first one is remember everyone is important. So this is a great leadership skill to have. The other one is breaking the mold. You've got make your people your brand. Another one is creating magic through training. Another is eliminate hassles. The chapter 8 is learn the truth. The chapter 9 is burn the free fuel. So the next one is stay ahead of the pack. Obviously long-term planning there. And then you've got be careful what you say and do. So understanding that you are in that leadership role and you've got a lot of eyeballs looking back at you. Another one is develop character, and the last one is leading into the future. And so also what Lee does in this book is that he provides at the end of every chapter great strategies that you also can implement within your team, your company. And this is helpful. When I wrote my book, I modeled my chapter the same way with regard to strategies because I thought it was such a great idea. And I'm always looking for specific things that I can do to help, whether it's build my team or just to be better, develop a better skill set. And so this is a great book, and it is Creating Magic by Lee Cockrell. The second book I have for you guys is The 5 Dysfunctions of a Team. Now this one I read in one day. It was so engaging and such a great story because that's how the approach that the author Patrick Lencioni, and I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, and if I do I apologize. But this is he writes this in a way where he talks about from an experience of bringing in a CEO into a IT tech kind of company where it is struggling, and he brings this lady in who actually, her name is Catherine, and she brings this team around. And she does this because not that she had any tech experience, but she had great amount of experience in building high-performing teams. And so she used that to work with this team of executives. And she does this through, there's the pyramid look at dysfunctions of a team. And basically, the 5 dysfunctions starts at the bottom, the base. And the first one is absence of trust. The second one is fear of conflict. And then we've got lack of commitment, avoidance of accountability, and inattention to results. And so what the author does, Patrick does here, is that he actually has her in a real life experience in a retreat setting where they share their thoughts as an executive team, and it really goes from being that egocentric, individualistic mentality to really being clear on communication, clear on let's focus, we are here to support one another, we're not out for ourselves, and it really is a very good book. And also, as a bonus, at the end, in the appendix area, there is an assessment that you can use with your team on how you can identify what dysfunctions you might have within your team. And then there are strategies, obviously based within the book, and some extra tidbits of great information that you can use to help identify what is not working right. So Patrick's got a really great book, The 5 Dysfunctions of a Team. And then last but not least is Magnetic Trust, How Great Leaders Keep Top Performers and Get Extraordinary Results. And so this book actually, obviously, was written by me, but I wrote it based on my dissertation and my work experience, my experience leading teams and as a subordinate. So it's kind of unique in that factor. Also, I share in here great examples of what to do, what not to do, and the impact of not having trust on a team and what that can mean to your business. And so I talk about 8 rules that will build magnetic trust. And the first is to be authentic. The second is to be predictable. The third is to be transparent. The fourth rule is to own it, don't blame it. And then the 5th rule is communicate, communicate, communicate. Also, when it comes to the other rules as well, we've got exhibit ethics, we've got show competence, and finally, don't play favorites. And so the unique thing about this book is that I actually had executives from different industries share how they implemented a specific rule. So there are executives from manufacturing, from the financial industry, from real estate. And I did this because I really wanted people to be able to think about how this impacts their industry. And these rules actually are easily replicable across any industry. But I just thought the uniqueness of sharing different industries would be beneficial to those who are reading the book. And so also, just like the other 2 books, there are strategies at the end that will show you how to implement, or behaviors that you can implement to make sure that you are exhibiting being authentic, or you are showing competence, or you are not playing favorites. And so with that, I wanted to just recap real quickly that the 3 books that are my top favorites, my top leadership favorite books are Creating Magic, The 5 Dysfunctions of a Team, and then lastly, Magnetic Trust, How Great Leaders Keep Top Performers and Get Extraordinary Results. And so the links to these books, they can all be found in Amazon, are going to be in the description of this video, so check it out. And I want you to share this video if you know somebody else that is in need of a leadership book that could use some help in creating their high-performing team, whether it's because of dysfunctional issues or trust issues, or just overall understanding what it means to be a great leader. And so with that, have an amazing day, and now go out and be that boss that your employees want to work for. Until next time, bye guys.